Let me check. Let me see.
I haven't seen that style of interaction. But it would be a pretty damn it's like taking up an iron shell.
You can. It's dispellable.
Yeah. Okay, so that would actually really mess up the voice burst. Yeah, maybe he should go towards the mid lane and away from the Oracle. And a Necrophos. I'll end it for TNC. That's problematic for a Terrorblade who likes to play on the edge before sundering.
And you can also kill the illusions pretty easily in the early stage. Spam your Death Pulse. Group up and push. I guess you're not going to want to go Radiance on Necrophos this game. You go for fighting items, team items. Nature's Prophet could buy the... Maybe you can buy...
What are your fighting items for a Necro? Like...
Greaves, this game is good because you can remove the silence. You can remove the... actually, just the silence. There's nothing else you can remove.
So it's all about like Necro getting the sustain, so Prophet would then have to get like more combat kind of style.
Yeah, Orchid into maybe carry build, Shadow Blade, BKB. The other option I see possible is if the early game goes very well for TNC, maybe they can go Necrobook on the Nature's Prophet and they just try to push and finish the game very early. Because if you look at GeekFam, their heroes, TB and Death Prophet have very, very long cooldown spells. You know, if you bait them into a fight meta and the ghost is popped and you run away, reset, they don't really have much to defend the towers. You know, Lich, yeah, you can cast your armor, but the other three heroes don't really have too much damage, as long as they have a pipe on either the Necrophos or the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah. So at this point, like we said at the very start, like who's going to have the ease of execution? That's the team we currently go with. Does it actually feel like TNC has that ease of execution?
No,
like the gameplay sounds right, but it feels like GeekFam just kind of like stand and deliver what they've got.
Straightforward. GeekFam is straightforward, easier. They have a carry, they have a win condition, they have a tower killer, a DP, and then they have a Void Spirit that can catch heroes. DP probably will buy all the team items if needed, and Void Spirit is going to be building the utility / initiating items. So I would say they have a much more straightforward draw. Everyone has a very clear designated role. It's very easy to pinpoint what they should do with their lineup.
Well, let's see if they can actually execute it, and we'll also see the skill level. If there's one team to do it, hey, it could also be Fnatic, but hey, we'll go with TNC because they're here in the game trying to battle against to get to Fnatic. And the laning phase will have KP taking that Necro to the off lane. Good thing to note. He'll be there with Tims, and that puts Armel on Mr. Nature's Prophet heading towards the mid.
Oh, mid Nature's Prophet.
It is nice. Mid Nature's Prophet, just to mix things up a little bit. And how's it when work for GeekFam? Cuckoo's hovering around, looking to go towards top, so it will be the Void Spirit in towards the mid lane, and that leaves Terrorblade down on the safe. And we've already got the Dire Observer Ward placed down pretty early on, so early information from TNC, and we'll see how they want their lanes to go from here. Hey, how do you want it matched up? Is KP still just gonna be fine no matter what to play on this off lane?
No, as long as he's laning against the TV. You want the Necrophos against TV. It's perfect for them. He's gonna be able to pressure him. Who's going to be his partner at the bottom lane? Probably the Lich, I guess. You want the Lich at bottom.
Hey, Whitemon, don't anger the big man. Pulling Roshan out of the pit. And Cuckoo, well, a little bit far forward. Gabby, alright, never mind. You've got yourself Spirit Siphon. That's going to be some good damage, but he doesn't have a lot of charges left. Gabby is pretty low. And Whitemon, as well as Cuckoo, with the Frost Blast. Gabby, 2 more attacks. Both of them fly forward. Oh, 7 HP! He's back to the tower. March, trying to create some extra space. He's the man who died many, many times for TNC yesterday. But today, he saved his one position. The trade-off will still come in the form of what? Like 2 bounty runes. So out of it, the only thing that gets burned is consumables on top lane.
Well, the consumables is a big deal for the lane. Yeah, it's a very big deal. He's sending, I think he's sending a salve. Is that his? Yeah, it's his salve.
You got 1 salve and 1 sentry.
I think overall, I like the bottom lane from Dire for sure. So mid lane, I feel like Void Spirit should be able to lane against the Nature's Prophet. In theory, with your pulse, your resonant pulse. So I think this lane should be 50-50. Maybe Nature's Prophet advantage.
They're going again on Gabby to fissure block. Zephyr's got it, and Gabby is dead. Spirit Siphon slowed him down more than enough. He's trying to get to his south. Wait, he lost vision. Nope, got it back.
Oh, this all happened because of the early fight. He didn't have a lot of HP when he went to the lane.
It also happened because of Zephyr's positioning. He came up to try and battle against March. I think he actually came to do the warding, but it forced the courier with the south to go the long way around, so it didn't actually reach him in time. And now March is caught on the wrong side of the tracks. Gabby's got to kind of cut the way through to help him. Nope.
I mean, this is also happening because March went for boots first, you know. He only have one tangle and one boots at level 1. He didn't have like a south. So the lane is like, right now DP is having a very, very comfortable time. There's a double wave pushing into the tower. Oh, Shaker wants to pressure here. Oh dear, this Oracle is not having a good old time here. It's getting pushed away.
This is exactly when they want to pressure. The CS is terrible right now for the Dire side compared to the Radiant. More pressure being applied. Fissure is available. They look towards the Oracle. Fissure's able to connect. And that means Cuckoo chalk up another one. Both kills going to this off-lane Death Prophet so far.
Yeah, this lane has been... I think this lane is like technically already gone for TNC. GeekFam is in full control of this lane thanks to the early fight at the Bounty Rune and the Oracle going for a greedy boots first build, not buying too much regen to the lane. So can they salvage this in the other lanes? How are the other lanes doing? Nature's Prophet is doing even against the Void Spirit, and Necrophos is not winning the bottom lane. He's actually 6-11 to the Terrorblade.
Yeah, this is,
I guess the
this is
Lich,
not great.
This is the Lich factor, and he has a Clockwork. The Clockwork can't really fight the Lich at level 1.
Maybe we'll see a change once like Armel gets a couple of extra levels. Like at that point, like he got Wrath of Nature, he's got his ability to TP around. They can start playing more. Oh, okay, March. You definitely reveal the fact there was an Observe Ward up on that hill. Fissure block and Zephyr will walk away.
Yeah, he knows. Pinging it.
Yeah, he attacked from down the ramp up the ramp. I do like Armel's approach to try and actually like win the lane against Carl, at least. Like having this Blightstone, he's always sending his treants forward, so like you try and absorb the damage, but like it gets taken off pretty quickly by Armel.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I feel like the Void Spirit, as long as he's getting levels, if you're not losing in terms of CS, you're happy, you know? You're not meant to win this lane anyway. You are the one who wants the levels so that you can rotate later. And Nature's Prophet is the hero that's lane dominator, you know? So he cares more about winning his lane.
So far, it is most definitely... I wouldn't say it's an even trade. Like, it feels like Carlo's ahead. Everyone's trying to stack and pull.
Netwolf is not ahead. I think he killed a lot of the Treants, so he has a lot of CS.
That's true, yeah. He's at 1500 compared to the 1700 of the Prophet.
So Necrophos is slowly gonna start to dominate this lane. He's gonna be level 4 soon. Terrorblade just popped his meta to get some last hits. And he has that Ring of Tarask so that he can lane. So overall, the Necro should start to dominate this lane right now. And we're gonna look to see whether the Nature's Prophet is gonna decide to rotate top or bottom with the Catapult Wave.
Nature's Prophet's really hitting into Carl. I suppose he's still got some bottle charges, but it still feels a little too close for comfort here.
Yeah, too close for comfort. He needs to get a rune right now.
He doesn't also know exactly when Armel's going to hit 6, but yeah, he's moving over for the 5-minute rune. If the Treant gets it right and actually gets the denial, I'll be even more impressed with this.
No, I'll leave the game if that happens, Toby. If the Treant actually...
attack fast and you can bottle click. Fissure's out, Oracle's in trouble, March on the run up the hill, and the Courier's running along with March. The Courier will survive, but March will not. Yeah. Carl will definitely have a lot of problems if that happens. But underneath the tier 1 tower, Raven will put a lot of problems of his own. Trying to cut through the tree line. He's got the shields from Lich. Now the Frostblast in a second. And he'll need to do it because him and Harry is sold. Oh, the cogs! It pushes Raven far enough away so KP can't get close enough. Courier still making his own run too, so that's not where it wants to be. The Wrath of Nature from Nature's Prophet helping to ensure it, but at the same time, Carl goes for his own jump. Getting very aggressive.
I think he was watching... He was watching the bot lane, that's why he got killed. He wanted to TP to bottom lane with the first catapult. And now Radiant's going to be able to hold it. Dire they have a glyph, but they're not using it. So the catapult is going to die here. So the first catapult has been killed. This is a very, very big deal when you're playing against Nature's Prophet.
Oh,
Lich died. Right.
yeah. Tim's tracked him down to the tier 2 tower.
You were busy bullying me in the lane. Now it's my turn, says Coward.
I love those solo kills. Anything that gets him up to level 6 a little bit faster. Speaking of that, DP's hit level 6 too, so you've got your exorcism available if you're looking for a little bit more tower pressure.
They should move top with either the Void Spirit or what? They're both TPing middle. One of them should definitely go top now. I think he won the Void Spirit. I think Lich could go top, but he doesn't have boots. I think the Void Spirit should move top to use the Ghost right now to pressure the tower. But they already missed the timing. See, now the catapult is dead. If they TP top just now with the Void Spirit, they would have actually been able to use the catapult. Like all these small details actually means a lot for heroes like DP, Dragon Knight. And bot lane, Nature's Prophet has a TP, he has ulti, he's going bot.
I'll see if they can find an opening. Raven, no level 6 just yet, so no Sunder available. KP staying with him. And Zephyr looks for the Fidge, but Tim's battery assault will make that almost impossible. Extra support arrives from March. He'll actually secure the kill on Raven, but now Whitemon, who came in to try and help out, ends up feeding just another kill. The Clockwork Rocket gives all the information they need against Zephyr, and KP's got level 6 up and running, and he won't hold it. Like I've seen in the game yesterday, and it's S4 who never used it. Took him 20 minutes. Okay, never mind. He will hold it. Tims will just get the kill.
I mean, they still didn't able to use the DP ulti. I think the TB should not stay bot. He stayed bot too long. It's a dead lane. He needs to go. Either he goes to jungle or he TP's top. Use meta to push with the ghost. You know, they are not using this. Like DP won her lane so much. She did a good job in the laning phase, but the team is not using the advantage that the DP has claimed from the laning phase here. Like they are missing their timing. They lost their safe lane tier 1, and right now KP is feeling very, very comfortable right now with the double bracer and it's level 6.5. Like things are suddenly turning so well for TNC just because their opponents didn't capitalize on the lead they get on the DP.
They gave him the opening they needed. So Gabby can just hit up on top lane and continue his farm, getting up to Diffuser Blade, and the rest of TNC look like they're pretty ready to fight.
I mean, you look at what GeekFam is doing, they're basically defending their area. They're not looking to attack though. I think if you have an advantage, you should look to attack. If the game was not going this way, the DP had a okay or poorer start, then I think it's fine that they are doing this, you know, playing more defensive.
It's actually kind of funny to watch Tim's position too. Like he was sitting and just stalking Raven. Yeah, mid lane, they're going on to Armel, Sprout, and TP. Can anyone see inside that? Now they can. And as escape, Whitemon can pull him back out again. Tims tries to help out, but now all he can do is just cog trap himself in with Carl, who wants to finish the job on Tims. Tims has some distance, however. Up, down, around, really trying to juke this out, and at the end of the day, Carl still gets a double kill.
I mean, this tower is very, very important. They are given KP is TPing in to defend this tower. They should not give this tower up easily. But no one else has TP. Okay, so I guess this tower is gone. Oracle has no TP. It's way too late already. They have to focus on the... Yeah, they have to focus on the runes right now in the outpost.
Well, they're going to go for Raven. Clockwork's TPing in. The Observer was down for the Radiant side, so they did see Tim's arrive. Battery Assault going to work. Carl ready to fight once again as they battle for the outpost, but now it will actually just be a 1-1 trade up at top lane. March underneath the tier 1 tower. Cuckoo just diving him in so easily after Zephyr sets up with the initial fissure. The things did start to look like they're going to go the way of TNC, but GeekFam taking the tier 1 tower in mid, moving well across the map. It seems now they're actually getting something from the lanes.
Yep, they need to kill this tier 1 top ASAP to open the map for the TB so the Terrorblade can farm this area right here. He wants to go there, but only when the tower is down. So Carl is taking the dead lane right now. He's an elusive hero. Pretty hard for them to kill him. And mid lane, catapult wave with the Troll and Necro has come over to pressure with the... Look, the 3 cores went to the same lane to push the tower. Look at how TNC is using the catapult.
They really want to make sure that they can get a good trade-off. But it's TP coming to the back line. Death Prophet doesn't have exorcism for 30 seconds. The TNC feeling like they may just have the sustain because there's a lack of physical damage. Cogs creating space on the side. That's a double damage Void Spirit, which has now worn off. The TNC get the objective, no trade-off, and they're buying time as well for Marsh to hit level 6, so they get the save they're looking for.
Terrible needs to get out of here. He's in the dead lane. He has to run away soon.
Clock's got 6. Look at the illusions. They're blocking the line, so Tim's can't find an angle. That observer ward just north of the outpost, letting him know about the danger coming in.
Yeah, you saw how TNC values the mid tower. They defended their own to the last man, or maybe not to the last man, but they sentry man there. And the moment they had the opportunity to kill the middle tier one, they took it with 3 cores. And now GeekFam again, trying to defend their area. They're smoking back to their own jungle. Corework seems to be the target.
Rockets reveal. He's got to probably hookshot himself in if he's going to split up this line. As the jump is just way too good. Easy silences over on the Necro. And Chain Frost, well, very ineffective. In fact, oh wait, that Ironwood tree just dropped. Cuckoo will grab that one. And Clockwork trying to retreat back out again. Hook shot, body blocked by Carl. March is there to help him, but he doesn't have level 6. He's just short of the experience. And now the Fisher also connects, so Cuckoo could just keep on going up the hill. And that is a value exorcism. 3 heroes being dropped.
That was a bit unfortunate. Teams on the call, he actually predicted that they're gonna smoke. He knows they're gonna smoke, but he was he predicted they're coming from here. So he was like standing a bit to the left. So when he broke the smoke, they were already here on the high ground. So it's very late for the Necrophos to react, to run away. So Necrophos couldn't get away, and he died. And they both gave up their lives for nothing there. If the Corework died, Necrophos survived, that would be super ideal for TNC. But it wasn't the case, so props to GeekFam, getting the 2 supports as well along the way with the ghosts.
And so TNC, things start to level up a little bit more. They've had most of the advantage for this game, but the experience has started to swing a little bit the way of GeekFam.
They have to reclaim this area again.
Oh, Clockwork's coming. Hookshot and off target. Had the observer ward, so they did see Lich. As they drop their own sentries, and it's just a sentry for 2 sentries. Is how this battle goes. They don't get the radiant obs, but they do look for the tower. Every time exorcism is down, they look to fight. As Clockwork, Tims, that's aggressive. Right to the front line. Hunting 4 heroes have almost got Lich down, but almost is not dead.
Oh, that was greedy. Very, very greedy.
It's like you're gonna come down the ramp at him. If you actually had KP in range, you could have Reaper Scythe the Lich down. Listen
to the master. Don't take the low ground. Take the high ground always. The master is always right. And now the Terrorblade is in the perfect place. He saw the enemy team and bot, so he goes to the top jungle. The enemy jungle is the safest place right now here. And Nature's Prophet is alone. He's gonna TP bot. That's gonna fight.
Right on top for the Lich. Chain Frost can easily be split out. And now they re-establish vision control. They still haven't got this Radiant Obs. It's so good there. And between 2 sentries, it's getting so much information on TNC's position.
Terribly is having a good old time. Thanks to the void.
Yeah. Kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, of course, he's been jungling. Your favorite thing to do in Dota, jungle. Hit creeps.
Hey, it used to be. Back when creeps would spawn in 30 seconds, and now worth more. And Nature's Prophet could just be a full-on jungler.
Well, you have an extra excuse now. I'm just trying to farm my neutral items, guys, and I'll give it to you.
Let me just go. Let me just pick lead your commander and see if you say the same thing.
Perfect excuse. Here, you can have the Philosopher's Stone. I farmed it for you. Nobody's gonna report you. Perfect. Oh,
they're going for runes.
Steal the rune.
No, Void Spirit.
Oh, Jabated.
Oh, Tim, that just disappeared from in front of you, man. You know something is up. He'll dodge at least one part of this, try and cut through the cogs, keep the Terrorblade out, but begins its own TP. Anyone gonna stun? It's a Yule Scepter from Death Prophet. Cuckoo arrives just in time. And up we go again, and down we come to die.
Right, so Tro is gonna have his diffuser. He opted to go for a diffuser. I thought he was actually gonna try to go for Battle Fury to try to deal with the illusions, but I guess they want to hit a fast timing. Diffuser plus Necrophos where he's buying. What is he buying? Use. Oh, he's not completing the pipe.
Diffuser also like messes with Terrorblade, right?
Then it also messes with you because of the reflection.
That is true. But if you can burn off all the mana, terribly
Ghost.
trouble right now for KP. Attempted save, but the silence a little bit too good. Necrophos. All right, false promise is required from you, March. If KP is going to survive through this. Okay, he's just running.
What happened to sacrificing yourself for the call?
Yeah, I don't know. March, you've changed, man. You've changed.
I blame you, man. You're always saying, oh, March is dying again. March is dying. He hurt you.
Alright, hey, March is dying again. March is dying again. You're also just going to cancel the TP out. Looks like Cuckoo does not want to hang around, but it's still more than enough damage to kill him. There you go. He died, but not for the cause.
I mean, this Terrible is getting way too much, man. He was like a fourth or fifth in the net worth.
Echo Slam, bottom lane. Blink Dagger is up and running for the Earthshaker, and it's done in style. Just exploding Armel.
Yeah, he was a bit too careless about playing on the dead lane. Like when the wave is here, you kind of have to be more careful and use your treants to push out. So top lane we see Dire is trying to kick the TB out of the jungle here with the diffusal on Troll. He knows it. He's gonna run away. But if they can get one more hero top, they might be able to set up a vision and take a fight here. But Terrible opts to do the safe thing. This is when you know the carry is a very stable player. He just TPs to the other side of the map the moment he sees the enemy team rotating towards him. He doesn't even try to think about, oh, whether we can fight it right now, you know. He just knows that he needs to finish his Manta, he needs more, the Skadi even, to carry the game, so he's not taking any chances. Certain carries, more aggressive carries, will try to take a stand. But I, on the other hand, prefer carries like that do this, you know, the general carry. Play safe, you know. Don't try to risk anything.
Dude, this is Raven. Like, come on. This guy has carried so many late games. It's good.
Yeah, but there are also cases where you prefer your carry to be more risky, you know. Like some games, especially the games when you're losing, if the carry doesn't try to take any risks, you're not going to be able to get yourself back into the game.
Mm-hmm. Well, GeekFam looking to come forward. KP presenting himself for a moment. Inside the tree line. Clockwork. He's going to have to be on point for the engagement. They're actually going to get all the way around the back. Death Prophet is caught on the wrong side of the tracks, but they don't know. Death Prophet doesn't join this fight. A double fissure. KP getting pulled back in towards the red. Death Prophet is actually keeping Clockwork out of this fight. And Necro, is there a save? Is Oracle going to get there in time? March was too far away. And now it's up to the Death Prophet to get more of these kills. The Chain Frost, TNC, that'll do a lot of the work from GeekFam. But Gabby still up and fighting, but that won't be much longer. The core is here. He's stable and he's killing them all.
I think this game is it's in full control of GeekFam right now. They managed to defend their area. I think there was a bit of miscommunication for sure from TNC. It shows that they're not together playing. Because I think KP really wanted to go up and take this area. He wants to take this farm away from the Terrorblade. As long as the Oracle, I think if the Oracle stays with him, gets the false promise off, the fight is Dire's to win. You know, pretty sure that will happen.
Yeah,
but I think March didn't want to.
This vision can't be there. GeekFam saw everything coming. TNC weren't there to get rid of anything. You look for the sentry wards, but nothing seemed to be dropped.
They needed to smoke if anything as well, if they wanted to go up the high ground like this. But right now it's the Outpost and Bounty Runes. Outpost seems like it's gonna be one apiece unless TNC can do something to the bottom Outpost. Radiant wants to contest the top bounties. Shot.
Yeah, found his target. That'll be well, not the easiest kill. Armel will arrive, but yep. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. All right. Let's just walk away and start again.
So Bounty Runes is TNC has 3 Bounty Runes. So okay, 3-1. And now we see a smoke. They have Exorcism up again. They're smoking towards the pocket here. Helm's Deep. They know the carry is usually farming here. Where's the Oracle? Can he save the troll?
They saw Gabby jump in so quickly with the Echo Slam. Where are you, March? He's there. The false promise comes out just in time to keep him alive. Cuckoo will set him up with the Yule Scepter. Down he'll come again. Is there enough heals to actually keep Gabby up and fighting? He's so low. And up and once again into the air. Cuckoo and Zephyr are lost, and Gabby, the Yule Scepter has actually helped him to be able to survive this. You cannot say the same for Carl. And in fact, Lich might also be a little bit too close, and they're looking to have his mana as the hook shot pushes forward. The cogs push him back, and a lot of pushing. 4 heroes lost for GeekFam. They tried to breach Helm's Deep, but Gandalf arrived.
Oh, you actually watched the movie?
Who hasn't watched that movie?
Oh, that was actually, you know the Oracle, do you see what the Oracle was doing? I think he was using the courier initially, that's why he was moving backwards, and I think he got a bit nervous. Oh my god, the Oracle, what is he doing? He's not gonna get his ulti off in time. He ran back, I think for 1 second, and then he realized
it looked like hesitation. It's like, wait, is March there?
I don't know he was using the courier. He was using the courier.
He's there in body, but maybe not in camera.
But in the end, he got a clutch ulti off, so that one false promise managed to change the fight, turn the fight around. So they get Aegis, that's their price, but still, Raiden is still in a reasonable position in the game.
Yeah. You never really get out of the fight as long as your Terrorblade's getting bigger and bigger, right? He's the
elk.
Condition.
He's the elk.
He's the no. We're not going down that line again. But he is that hallelujah save during the team fight. It could really cause some problems for TNC. But it also felt very odd, right? Like in that fight, both the Yule Scepters were used to send Gabby up and towards the air, as opposed to just like getting that last bit of damage into him. I think it was so GeekFam could try and escape, or
they wanted to delay his ultimate because he was able to get his battle trance off, so they just wanted to kite him, but it wasn't. He actually was able to get enough lifesteal, so he survived with the false promise, and just they didn't have enough damage to finish him off. They couldn't get a good echo stab. I mean, Clockwork has been doing a very good job. Like he's just like been eyeballing the Shaker. I'm not gonna go on anyone else except you. I'm gonna be on you the whole time, and he's absolutely right. In the fights, you see a big difference. If Echo Stem is able to come out, the fights are going to be easy for Raiden, If he can't get an Echo Stem off, even if the Clockwork doesn't kill the Shaker, it doesn't matter. As long as he stops the Echo from going off. And even the Fissure, those are 2 very, very big spells in the fight.
Got a Blink Dagger from Cuckoo.
Huh? Cuckoo?
Yeah. Cuckoo?
Blink?
Yeah.
So he wants to get to the Oracle. I guess that's fair.
Must be. Get the back lines. If you can get the silence onto March and have the exorcism on top, and maybe you can kill him.
Yeah, but I feel like right now he has no armor item. He's actually very weak in the team fight. So he dies easily.
That's why you normally build like a Shiva's Guard on a DP or something along those lines.
Shiva's Lotus is kind of nice when they have Orchid, but they don't really have Orchid. So Shiva's is the next item you would think of. So right now, Diet claims the tier 2 uncontested. Raiden doesn't want anything to do with it. They just want to farm the map and wait out this Aegis.
Yeah, they're trying to finish the Skadi on Terrorblade.
Yeah, this is a big item. Very, very big item. It counters the Troll and the Necrophos. Actually, it counters the Oracle too. Because you can't... It works with the Oracle here, right? So because it's all heals.
Yeah.
It's like a vessel.
All heals by 35%.
Oh, so that's actually a very, very big item here for Terrorblade. You finish the Skadi, you wait for the Aegis to expire, then you take a fight. That is the immediate plan. You hold this area. The Radiant's Helm's Deep. Defend.
And now you can actually put that Aghanim Scepter of Void Spirit to work as well. Picked that one up fresh, going in for the Octarine Core as his next item. 4-star is taking a while for Lich to get there. But you're getting both 4-star from both the supports from GeekFam, so maybe then they have an answer to Sprout and Cogs.
Runes. This Aghanim's on Void Spirit, I think, is too much. Like, why does he have? Why does he have silence and 2 charges? Like, if anything, if he upgrades it into 2 charges or silence itself, I think it was already a worth it Aghanims. But he has both. How is that fair, Toby?
I'm sorry. Have you got issues, Winter? Like, it's real surprising for you to have issues with something in Dota.
Why not? Why am I not allowed to have issues?
I'm sorry. That's not the way the Dota scene works. Please take what Icerock feeds you.
You look at his X and you look at someone else's X. Like, let's say like a Terrorblade. Okay, and never mind. Terrorblade X is actually legit right now. It's super legit.
Yeah, in the words of Lacoste, every single time you start talking about imbalance, just like people just put some OS frogs. There's some OS frogs for Winter. That's all he really needs.
Why am I not allowed to complain now? I have to just sit down and take it.
Yes.
That void spirit has these
Yes.
acronyms.
You're a married man. You should know what that's like.
I mean, that only happens when
Yeah.
it happens.
How do you want to go with this one?
It happens.
Is your wife in earshot right now?
Why are you trying to get me in trouble?
Clip it and send it to his wife. She probably not. She doesn't watch. She doesn't watch the games.
Yeah, she doesn't play Dota. Thank you very much.
Hey, my lovely fiance watches the games even though she doesn't really understand it or play Dota at all. That's a supportive relationship.
Hello?
Everyone,
Where are you going now?
Everyone loves Dota with supports.
Let's just keep the wives out of the picture, okay?
Oh, okay.
I don't want trouble for you. I don't want trouble for me.
Hey,
I don't like the couch. Please. I don't want to be on the couch.
You're lucky to have a couch. You get the floor. There he is. The Immortal is timed out now. Gabby's still working his way in towards Basher. Get that fun attack speed in. Get some good control.
Are they not trying to get like a Lincoln's or Lotus Orb against the Sun there for the throw? I think he needs it though. Like just...
It's actually really fun to watch Nature's Prophet get the bonus damage from Wrath of Nature, as well as actually having the bonus damage from the Greater Fairy Fire. Makes him hit pretty damn hard. He's plus 155 right now, the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, but click on the Terrorblade. Look at how much armor he has. You think he cares? You think he cares? He has 70% physical resistance.
Okay, the Earthshaker cat just there who has 7 armor.
Oh, they're
Now
actually
Mel needs
smoking. Aegis is
Yeah.
out, so but they don't have
Tim's-
a Skadi yet.
Tims, you need to protect him here. The blink forward. Armel, they see both and they split. The fissure. They'll go over towards the clockwork. He'll
This is
sucker
not-
up and towards the air. We'll see if they can get out of this. And Sinister Gaze pulling the clockwork back down again. He's looking for the angle to hookshot over towards Gabby. Gabby was making himself available, but yeah, it's really not the target they were hoping for.
Toby, let's be real. He did his job. He died for the core. That's all that matters, you know. Getting out is just whatever. You don't get out, and you get out, great, you know. But he did his job.
So I love watching March's position. It's like, all right, well, Gabby's farming. So Gabby farms here. I sit here. I can protect him no matter what. They just probably can do the split push game, building him for Assault Cuirass, actually, for Armel.
Well, I don't know how much you can split push, you know. Dota right now doesn't reward split pushing.
Only if you can get the objective.
So am I not even allowed to talk about that? Because I have to take it, right? So you have to
Hey,
find
no,
that.
that's fine. That's fine. As long as you can extrapolate it into something relevant in this game and it's not just whining, then we're okay. Yes, Assault Cuirass is now done over on Nature's Prophet.
Roshan.
Well, TNC he's got some time. He may respawn in 15 seconds.
So if it's quick, I think it would benefit Radiant more. They have DPLT and Meta right now, so they could actually just take it. But the Dire team has the clockwork to scout it all the time. They have to make sure that... I think if this falls into the GeekFam's hand right now, they just win the game. And TNC needs to control the Roshan just so that they could keep playing the game. They don't really automatically win the game even if they get the Aegis.
So they do get rewarded with their split push on bottom lane. Like Armel is going to force someone from GeekFam to come back. And how well do you deal with split push if you're GeekFam? Like Cuckoo's beginning his
Terrorblade.
They do have a Terrorblade.
Terrorblade is equal split push / fight you head on, you know.
You see Lich's circles? This area, all of this area on the south. Can we see something?
You have to pay attention to this, you know, like certain teams, you know, I always talk to you about the defending your areas or getting the opponent areas. GeekFam is a team that prioritizes in defending their areas. You see they always, if you notice, you take notice to their smokes, they always smoke to defend their jungle. They don't really prioritize attacking so much, but they are really prioritizing in defending their areas, placing a defensive ward and fighting on their area, because they believe that whenever you fight on your area, you have a significant advantage if you're prepared. When you're going to the enemy's area, the enemy might have a ward and you cannot deward it, and it's their turf, you know, so it's not so easy for you to fight. That seems to be their mentality. And right now TNC wants to smoke. They realize utmost importance of this next Roshan.
They really want to get rid of that Radiant Ops first before this fight begins. They saw it. They 100% see it, but they have to break smoke to get rid of it.
They need to place the ops, Toby. Like some good ops to like maybe here, like or here. Oh no, Radiant's gonna smoke. They're gonna go behind. Oh, this is a very, very good smoke. They have a ward here. This ward is great. This is what is gonna give them all the information they need. Oh, this is amazing.
They see a sentry, but they don't see the ward. The other sentry is a little bit too far away.
What? They don't see
March
the ward?
has to put... No, because they used the sentry over to the side, to the left.
Oh, this is bad.
And now, well, March, goodbye. You're going to die for the cause. Maybe you can get the false promise off. Nope, the Fidget on control is going to be there as Raven really opens up and troll wall.
Yes, no buyback on Oracle.
And this is problematic with no buyback on the Oracle. You've lost Necro. He'll be able to buy back. Patrol Warlord gets the ulti up.
Oh, the TV!
By the bash! He doesn't get the thunder off. Oh, they can move into a death drop, but Lich is dragging back a perfect instigate as she helps to kill off Patrol Warlord. But a hook shot forward from Tim's. Able to finish off Whitemon, and that is timing for the bash. Couldn't have come any better. And they just Prophet chasing down the Earthshaker. Invis Room will allow Zephyr to escape, but if they didn't get bashed, then maybe Roshan. I suppose Troll is dead, so TNC can't go for this, can they?
The Thunder would have definitely came out if he didn't get that bash, for sure, 100%. He was so lucky. But some may say, you make your own luck, Toby. You make the right play, you get the luck.
Void Spirit, quick little jump in. Looks to get himself back out again. What a position from Tim's. With the cogs pushing him around, but Roshan still going down slowly. They do not want to buy back. There's no Echo Slam. Zephyr, he could blink in on the back of a Fisher, grab the Jaegers, and then force staff back out.
Too early, brother.
Okay.
Too early, brother.
He's going to be there. Yet no information. He's just been totally repositioned down. Oh, he thought maybe they were a little faster at killing Roshan. He was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, at least he tried, you know. I think it was the right play. Just the timing was way, way off. So, in the end, Necroforce used his buyback. They got, I think it was a 3-for-3 trade, and they got the Aegis. So I think overall a big win for Dire there. Who did they give the Aegis to? Not the Necroforce? Nature's Prophet.
Went to Nature's Prophet. Troll was dead.
But Necroforce uses his buyback though, isn't it? I guess Nature's Prophet is the win condition right now. He's the fattest hero.
Necro's also got Necro's got cheese. Like just go shroud it up one cheese. You're fine. Like that's tanky enough as it is.
Yep. And the enemy doesn't have a vessel. They just have the Skadi to stop the healing. So the TB is going for BKB right now. This item is going to be quite important so that he doesn't get blinded by the troll.
Hook shot.
Fights.
Lich caught out. Woo! That is a lot of damage from an Nature's Prophet still. Against a low armor target like a Lich, who's still dreaming of fetching a 4-staff. And he lost his courier too to boot.
I mean, I miss the good old days where you see chainmails, not chainmail, but the buckler on supports, you know. Puppy was the one who popularized it. You always get the buckler just for that cheap armor. Especially when you're dealing against like all these heroes that has a lot of physical damage. Buying yourself that 1 or 2 extra right clicks before you die actually could mean a lot in a team fight.
Instead, we just have support to have like things like False Promise, easy saves. And the orders come from your offlaner. Except for this game, Amal's now finished the Scythe of Vice. So he brought his Disable.
Yep, the TB has BKB.
So welcome to No Walking Prophet.
TB with his BKB is trying to smoke. They're trying to look at them. Right? They're trying to smoke and reclaim and defend their area once again. Do they have an observer on the Lich? Yes, he has 2. Very, very important to have observer wards when you're smoking up, so you can do the high ground wards.
They're battling into Aegis, Cheese, Necro. You only see the illusion.
High ground. They need to stay on the high ground. Listen to Toby-1 Kenobi. High ground.
High ground. Oh my god! You gotta stop thinking about that one, Winter.
Okay, I would think about something else. Just take the high ground.
It's obviously a very legitimate thing in Dota with Fog of War, but it's stupid because it's legit when you say it in the game, but it's terrible in the movie. It makes no bloody sense. I'm just gonna go to my happy place and watch Armel farm an Aegis Prophet. That's my happy place.
How long more does the Aegis expire? Is it soon? Like, 1 more minute. So they have still some time to use the Aegis with this smoke. Or they have a double damage control. But the Radiant has a ward set up here. They have good vision. But they don't have the high ground. They see the troll.
Ward gets placed by Tim, so they'll get rid of it. Yeah, they don't want to fight the troll. They'll make troll fight troll.
Burn his mana. I mean, all they need to do right now, Radiant, is to just wait out this next Aegis. Even though they're like 8k behind right now, but TB is the king in this game. He's the one that will be the strongest hero in the game, so they just need to wait out the Aegis. Unfortunately, you can't wait out the cheese, so you have to deal with that. Just wait out the Aegis, try to hug your high ground, play on your vision. Defend your wards, your high ground wards if possible, and just try to not take any bad fights against Aegis. Aegis Prophet is just straight up cheating down here.
This is
vision? Where's the vision?
Hey, remember
Like, how did he just knew that they were there or something?
There is none. There's the outpost.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to clear the creep waves.
Maybe he's just looking for some easy snipes. He does do a bonus 300 damage on his first attack, on top of everything else he's already got. Easy quiver. And he can TP anywhere. No cooldown. At this rate, he's gonna have 30.
Double trillion damage by an X plus 4 trillion summon. So, you think the red Dota is gonna make a difference?
I just love the level disparity. Like Marge walking around at 14, Armel walking around at 26. No. Not even his trolls close to him. His trolls at 23.
I can't, Toby. He has an Aether Lens. He's happy. How often can you get so many items on supports? And he's almost halfway to his dagger.
I'm sorry. He should be very happy for what he's got, is what you're saying.
I know you. You're that support that always tries to get that extra one wave.
I'm the support who's like,
tax.
It's like, you know what, I'm a silencer. Global silence is very important, but I can also go right click build. That type of person.
Smoke.
Yep.
The carry support. Toby's the carry support.
I am actually. That is the way I play. Yapsor is my hero.
I'm not gonna sit around and wait for my TB to carry me. I'm gonna do everything myself.
Great observer sentry down from GeekFam. Trolls walking directly into it. The smoke's already broken. So they should know something's there, but they're rocketing the tree line.
Look at what they're doing again, Toby. They're just hugging a wall again. Like, this is very, very important how they're playing. They're not stepping into too far away from the vision. They're just always hugging. This is very, very important because that secures you the high ground vision. That secures you the positioning in the fights. And having the high ground, low ground is also important when you have these wards like this. So TNC is going to deward it and give up the Roshan position, but the Roshan is not spawning yet, so it's not important for them to get over right now.
Really cool from TNC with, like, you put treants absolutely everywhere throughout your own jungle. So if GeekFam do want to come over here and farm it, you 100% know, and this allows Armel to play, say, more aggressively, just smarter across the map.
Yep, they also have the gem, which is very, very important in this stages of the game. Even if you're winning or losing, right, it's important to get a gem, not just when you're ahead. Because when you're behind, you need the gem to get yourself back in the game by removing all the vision, because sentries are limited right now. So getting a gem is very, very important. And when you're leading, obviously, you want a gem to remove the vision so they cannot split push.
This is so stupid. TNC's on the Radiant side of the map, and GeekFam's on the Dire side of the map. And they're playing like they belong on that side.
This is just Dota.
Ooh, Carl finding his target, but Armel, he's got the Hex. He's got so much damage output. Remember, he's still got BKB available, so he gets BKB and TP away to safety. That is, of course, your 9-second BKB being committed, but you're okay with this. Because he's actually about to finish up a Daedalus. We've actually got full combat profit.
The TB is also getting a Daedalus, but I feel like he should get...
Shouldn't he get MKB?
Butterfly. I think Butterfly is good. Because it deals with, like, the troll doesn't have MKB. I mean, sure, the Nature's Prophet has the quiver. That's just one true strike hit. I mean, it's still great to get the Butterfly. Maybe he's anticipating them to buy MKB, so he's not getting a Butterfly. He's going Daedalus. Because I feel like they don't really have damage issues right now. They have a lot of damage.
I was watching Prophet though, having some issues hitting into Raven. Like he's got that 20% evasion talent at level 10, and that was causing a couple. Of
Oh yeah, actually that's a big deal. Yeah, I didn't really get to mention it. Because usually you get the move speed, so you farm a lot faster. You get to places quicker. And this game is actually a very, very good game to get the evasion, and that's why he's not getting the butterfly. Thank you, Toby.
Spell,
Good to have you around.
I'm here for you, man. I read things, I look at things.
Oh.
Terrorblade Illusions is doing all the scouting they need. And you see all of TNC sitting up on the hillside. You know I love you, Winter.
I know.
Cuckoo. Looking for a jump ball with his blink dagger, but he doesn't know what's up on the hill. It's all
run up that hill. Don't run up that hill. Right now they're supposed to come here and take the enemy side.
A Minotaur Horn.
Power runes.
Getting all of our 40-minute items now. So now you get... He gave it to the Terrorblade.
DD. Why does this happen all the time? Every time at a crucial junction, Roshan is spawning and then there'll be a random DD coming up.
Hey, you know why they're called action runes, right? Oh, a ninja gear? Hell yeah, you'll take that. You know why they're called action runes? Because they're meant to create action that results in the ending of Dota. That's power runes, action runes. I prefer action runes because it sounds cooler. And it's what they're meant to create. They're meant to make it so teams like, oh, I have the confidence to now push and take an objective.
They're going to run up the high ground with the DD.
Yeah, and they bottled it too, so they'll get the full duration out of it. Now's the time to go. Clockwork needs to cog block. He needs to cog block. Push the Terrorblade back down again while the isolated Cuckoo, he blinks forward, instantly evaporates. He'll have to just TP back out again. After buying back, they keep beating Terrorblade totally isolated. He's lost the double damage rune, and Troll Warlord with the Spirit Vessel. They're trying to isolate Raven. A quick force staff will try and get him further away, as well as the Fisher. It blocks off the line. And we'll see how much TNC still got left. Troll Warlord has no BKB, no Satanic, and the Echo Slam connects from Zephyr. Troll Warlord, he got protected just long enough they can get the Reaper Scythe down. Boy Spirit brought into the afterlife. He has buyback available back to the main target though. Cuckoo. Gabby moves towards him. Tims will lose his own life for it. They'll gather the gem. They'll kill off Cuckoo.
Oh, that's a dieback.
No buyback available. And look at the pressure being applied. Terrorblade will not have metamorphosis for this defense. And TNC's patience, it looks like it's finally going to pay off.
They have nothing right now. No Chain Frost, no Echo Slam, no metamorphosis. And TNC using that Nature's Prophet legging buyback to a full extent of how well you can use it. That's a very, very good executed fight from TNC.
Only Void Spirit has buyback now for GeekFam.
Toby, tell me what happened there. Who lost the fight? The team that ran up the high ground.
It was the isolated Raven double damage. You thought you had confidence, now you've lost your ES, and now you've pretty much lost the game, but it's not going to stop Carl from trying to crack the backlines. Oracle with his false promise himself. Gabby very, very low. The Yule Scepter up in towards the aerial, hit the ground, but now Gabby just goes to work, killing off the Void, killing off the tier 3 tower. They just play perfectly around the cogs, perfectly around their own positioning. And they will end the game now, TNC, to take a 1-game lead here in the lower bracket final. There's just no real answer to any initiation the GeekFam can do. They're looking to do something. They can Chain Frost, isolating out the Clockwork, but Raven hexed up, false promised up, trying to retreat away. Even a full bounce duration Lich Chain Frost, they just don't care. The Radiant Ancient will be taken out.
I think they needed to go to the other entrance. You know, the place where they smoked up and they tried to run up the ramp near the river. I think they needed to go to the second ramp, the ramp further up, near the bounty rune. Because if they would have gone from the other way around, so they have a better angle of attacking. Because if you think about being on TNC's perspective, right, you know the smoke is probably coming. So which side of the high ground would you cover? You would cover the one on the right with the high ground ward, and you would maybe cover the one further up as well, nearer to the river. But you are probably not going to cover the one towards the secret shop. That is actually the best angle if the Radiant team wants to smoke up with the double damage rune. I think that would be the perfect way to run up the ramp, but not the ramp that they chose to run up. That was a very, very risky ramp.
Yeah. It's really crazy. Like when we look at it, it's like, oh, look, a double damage rune. This is going to be Raven's time to shine, and he can't even get up the hill.
Rune of Destiny.
Mhm. I think like KP was one of the early ones to find. Just remove the double damage rune. You're not coming in. It's great decision making from TNC to understand how they could win this late game, and they just played it right. They just waited everything out, and GeekFam, maybe you also ask yourself the question, like, what happens if you try to push a little earlier? What happens if you tried to force the issues? We were talking like 6 minutes, 7 minutes into the game. Like, how are you going to approach it then? Your first exorcism, having Raven push down towers. But it felt like they were never able to really capitalize on that momentum, and Armel was always on the side lanes, always pushing out.
I just feel like the game is lost because of like the strategy, how they are playing, the concept, what kind of concept that one team is utilizing, and what kind of concept the other team. Like TNC is the team that's using for what I feel like is the better concept. It's easier to execute, and even though they were kind of they made kind of few important mistakes in the game as well that put them in a bad spot, after taking a couple of good fights. But overall, I just feel like those are the small things, like which side of the map you're choosing to play, which area you're defending, and when you have a lead. GeekFam had the lead from the lane. Cuckoo had a brilliant laning phase, but they didn't utilize the DP to get the tower early. They were very contented in defending their area despite having a lead. So even though that was something that I didn't like, but that didn't lose the game. In the end, it was just the decision making on how they want to take a team fight, which ward they're going to use, which ram deck they're going to go up.
Well, they don't have a lot of time to get their minds back in the right space, but we will have ourselves a short break and come back and see if TNC will be able to 2-0 and get a rematch against Fnatic, or can GeekFam continue the lower bracket run and get into that grand final by forcing a game 3? We'll find out after the break.
Bet, made for live betting. Made for live betting.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the BTS Pro Series, where I'm Toby1 and that's Winter, and we're bringing you Game 2 of the greatest Dota all around, Southeast Asian Dota. It's always exciting. There's always a twist. It's like a great TV show.
In a good way or in a bad way?
You know, it's like Days of Our Lives. Like, you can't look away because I really need to know if they're the father. So let's find out if TNC are the father. They're up one game against GeekFam. They're ready to go. March is looking for the draft that's going to win it all for them, and Cuckoo is looking to start it off with a great pick with a Pugner. The hero that destroys every offlane in the 4-roll.
Clockwork +1. They need to pick something that can deal with the partner. You can catch him and kill him. Nyx, Clockwork, Earth Spirit, whatever, but I'm not a big fan of Earth Spirit. I like Clock or Nyx more.
Hey, what's actually happened with like Nyx is oh, hello. we're going IO instead, and Gyrocopter is the opening.
Right.
They are not caring so much about instantly countering the Pugner.
Why is IO Gyro good against Pugner? Why? Why did they pick it here? Pagna is very, very strong in a head-on fight. Does IO so they think that IO Gyro can actually try to defend the towers because the change to cooldown means that Gyro really, really wants to fight early to defend your towers because it's a longer cooldown right now and it deals more damage, way more damage.
Radiant team ban.
Beastmaster Pugna. Didn't we see? Was it GeekFam? Didn't we see Pugna Beastmaster yesterday?
Checking.
That's one game. Maybe it was Fnatic.
Yep, that's how they opened. That's actually how they opened. They opened with Pugna, Beastmaster, Lich-like, and Quap. That was GeekFam going against Boom in game 1.
Time for the Spirit Breaker, Toby. Spirit Breaker, charge Pugna, relocate on his ass, destroy him.
Sure, if you want to pick up a Darkseer as well, we can go for the proper combination.
Why not? Search Aghanims, Spirit Breaker, charge Bulldogs, click your face boots, click your Muscle Madness. Did you see that clip?
Predators turn to
You're like what? I think it was like 1,500 move speed or something.
Isn't that why like guys were like maybe we should actually change the movement speed, like how movement speed functions in the game. Let's remove percentages, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a nerf to Spirit Breaker, indirect nerf, because he benefits from all the percent move speed more.
Hey, that's how Ice Frog does all of his nerfs. It's like well, maybe there's one thing I do direct, which is your 1% that you're like, oh, is this good or not? And then it's like, you know what, I'm going to nerf the item that makes this hero function. The reason why you pick up this hero in the first place. It was like when Bloodstone got nerfed. It's like, well, there goes all your int heroes for the mid. That was a few years ago, but that was the approach.
So basically, when you have IO, your partner needs to be someone that can stun and initiate some fights. LC is not the partner, but he's a great hero with the relocate. Plus, you can press the attack the IO, so you get a lot of heal, or you press the attack to give attack speed to the gyrocopter.
Do you actually get the duel you're looking for though? Because like Pugna, we've talked about it.
It's not about the duel. It's not about the duel. Yeah, it's more about the synergy here. He's trying to buff out the win condition. Like this happened in the last game as well. TNC picked their win condition hero right away with the troll early. They opened up with troll oracle. This game they open up with IO gyro. So this game TNC actually has priority. So they chose to get second pick again. Just for those who didn't know. And GeekFam chose to have Radiant. So TNC really prioritizes wanting to have that overall 22nd pick. So you have that matchup advantage in the mid lane. Double roll. That's the counter to the IO gyro, somewhat. Soulbind. Double life drain from Pugna. Everything looks good, but I feel like their heroes are very squishy right now, like a tiny or something, like can just run at them and kill them. Pugna and Grimshock are super squishy heroes.
Yeah. So it means that GeekFam need to be the aggressors. They need someone who's able to jump forward and really utilize this. Do you get something like a I suppose it's difficult to get like highly maneuverable heroes because Legion Commander could lock you down, but I was thinking things like Quap or Storm Spirit, they try and reach the IO and just explode them quickly.
Yeah, you definitely want heroes like that. Weaver is a hero that in the past a very popular hero against the IO because you can easily go to the backline and target him first. And
he'll work in the laning phase too, right? Because you just Shikuchi forward and take a fight. They go for the classic Ricky.
Yeah, Grimstroke plus Ricky. I've seen that a few times already, just with the Inkswell Blink Strike. But you can see what TNC is doing here with the draft from the last game and this game. They both had the last second pick, and they both in both games they chose to go for strong lanes. If you look at how they started the last draft, Oracle Troll. This time they went with IO Gyro, strong lane, and then they followed up with LC Mirana, despite LC being in a game where he probably would not get any dual kills because of the Decrepify. But they are just valuing the lane, like heroes that are really strong in the lane. Like I keep repeating it. If you win your lane right now and your hero can kill buildings, easy game. If you cannot win your lane and you cannot kill buildings, you're going to have a hard time.
It's not less true than the last time you said it. I'm looking for more stuns out from TNC at the moment. This is
I think
Something kind of lacking. Like Mirana Arrow is not a
they
guaranteed.
need like damage hero, like some Storm Spirit would be nice, as their last pick, something like that. What, they banned the Storm? Okay, never mind, maybe not the Storm Spirit, but some damage hero.
It's that pick we were talking about for GeekFam, right? For their 2 position, the Storm or the Co-op, someone that can just explode the IO and catch the backline.
Shadowfiend would also be nice because that gives them a better death ball, like Shadowfiend, Beastmaster, Pugna. You see those 3 heroes, you lose your appetite right away. You don't want to play the game anymore because you can't fight into them.
Do you also go like maybe like it's another side save like an OD, so you can actually astral any target that's imprisoned or gone on by the gyrocopter?
Yeah, possible. I like it.
Is OD still like? Is OD still legit? Because I haven't seen him being picked up anywhere near as much as he was like about 4 weeks ago.
In the right game, but I think that OD is like a slower hero, like he needs a lot more farm. Like say if the lineup has SF, you can imagine like how fast they can play the game with SF, or even like a Dragon Knight, for that matter. The speed of the game and how they want to play the game will be precisely good for how they drafted with the Beastmaster and Pugna. Because if you have Pugna and Beastmaster and you're not trying to abuse the fact that you can push early, then why bother even picking those heroes? Just pick something else.
Well, the Conqueror is banned, so remove the potential team fight of the mid.
That tells me maybe the Pugna might. That tells me the Pugna might be a core, because Conqueror is very good against Pugna, and they're thinking of picking another position 4 hero or a position 5, because Grimstroke can be 4 or 5.
10 seconds.
What else?
Like something like a Winter Wyvern would be great here, because Wyvern is actually very good against the relocate and is very good against the LC because of the Cold Embrace.
It's Alina.
So it's a mid. Double Grimstroke, ulti, double Laguna, double Raw, double Life Drain, double trouble.
How does Life Drain work double? That's just gonna look real funny.
No, it does. 2 lines coming out. I don't know.
It's like Pugna's only got 1 mouth.
You split it in half, like Harvey Dent. He has 2 sides.
The Pugna Two-Face. Dragon Knight will be the final pickup from TNC. So they needed something which will give them the tower push. It's another front liner for them. And it's a lot of sustain. It is a lot of sustain from TNC.
Set up for Arrow. Set up for relocate. So overall a balanced lineup. It's just a bit different because they are choosing to pick their win condition early, giving the enemy information. Okay, this is going to be a win condition hero. Do your best to counter it, and they're just picking. So some teams pick like this, Toby. They pick their win condition early, and they keep the last pick for like the supporting hero, like the supporting core, because they value the game that you're having on the supporting core. They think that it's better for us to pick the supporting core later because that allows you to get a better laning phase. So when you get a better laning phase, you have better control in the game. You have you can influence the game more because you get a good lane. So that's the way TNC is approaching the draft, and it's a bit different from what I've been telling you.
It's okay. It's okay to mix things up.
It's just a different concept, Toby. I think every team sees the way you draft differently, and certain teams just like to do what they feel fits the team better, because you have this kind of players sometimes, especially your mid players, right? The mid players that you're working with, they really want to have a good lane, So when you're enforcing this thing that you're not getting the win condition hero, because the way you play Dota is like you play Ember, Void Spirit, whatever, all these mobile flashy heroes. So some captains think that because you're playing this kind of heroes, you don't deserve to have the pick later, because you're not going to win me the game with your hero. But most of the mid players will tell you, I want a good lane, That's just a mid player talking.
Yeah. That's a Samel kind of mentality, right? Like, just pick me this, I will win the mid.
And I will win you the game.
Yep. Pretty much. I'm really uncertain about KP's headset.
Huh? What?
What is this?
Oh, you mean the cosmetic thing?
Yeah.
That's not a headset. How is that a headset?
It's a set on the head.
That's like a mask, you wear during like those the ball parties where you dress up.
Yeah, with these like big ass streamers that come out the side. It's it doesn't look as cool as the Arcana. I'm saying now, but I suppose
this
he's
is
getting a little sick of
Not
the
a
eye, huh?
headset, Toby. Not a headset, Toby. A mask.
30 seconds to battle.
I love the dance sound. All right, back to the game of Dota. I've done my cosmetic distraction for the first part of the game while everyone's setting themselves up for bounty runes. So
You have to get it out of your system before the game starts.
it's there. That's what I do, man.
wasn't
That's what I do until we have a pause, and then we just go for a little longer. Hopefully Raven will get back in nice and quick, but this is going to be a safe lane Ricky
That wasn't
up against
too
this
bright.
Legion IO combination.
Oh, they're
the
actually
roaming-
gonna lane. Are they gonna lane Mirana with the gyro? Is that what's or
Maybe March will TP up towards the top lane. He's just down here with the Legion to battle
Runes.
the Ricky.
Runes.
It's for the runes. What is this? Love you, Raven. I'm your biggest fan. Man, is Cuckoo really greater than KP? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
I mean, they both start with K, so I'm fine with either.
Just what I've been waiting for.
Is that your favorite letter? Is it in the alphabet?
Actually, no.
No.
I've-
What is your favorite letter in the alphabet?
Z. Z. I love sleeping.
Burns.
Taking afternoon power naps.
It's such a that's such an old man answer. It's very appropriate.
Victory.
Sleeping, you know, there's a Chinese saying. Rest is just for the longer journey, the journey ahead. You rest so you can go further.
Hang on, can you say it in Chinese?
I don't know. Wait, it might not actually be a Chinese saying, it might just be a saying.
Okay, I've heard this so many times from people in Southeast Asia. I'm just like, there's this great Chinese saying. It's just like, and they say it in English, and I know, like, my fiance is Chinese, and she's just like, normally when you translate Chinese sayings to English, you just lose the actual meaning. Like, okay.
I concur, Toby. Language is hard.
Uh-huh. It's still taking me a while to learn how to say my daughter's name in Chinese. That's taking a bit. Ooh, look at that harassment. All right, welcome to the lane, boys and girls.
No, but he has
no
IO.
headdress IO. Yeah, but it's no headdress IO. Where's your efficiency?
You don't buy headdress now, I think. Headdress is not good for the cost anymore. I
Still,
don't feel
even when you get the tether, it seems like the efficiency would be pretty good.
I just don't like the item. I tried buying the item after the nerfs and it doesn't feel good anymore. I rather have like more tangles and salves, to be honest.
Okay.
Have
you
you
say
tried
the same-
buying
like-
a new... Sorry, have you tried buying a new headdress? You know how it feels? It doesn't feel good right now.
See, I bought it. There's only one situation when I bought it, and I was running like a Mars Techies dual off lane, and it felt good then.
Mars Techies? You
Oh,
actually
it's-
play Techies
it's-
all the time?
It's OP, man. It's actually OP. Like, if you ever want a lesson in it, I'm very happy to teach. Raven, on the run. The arrow's already been thrown out. This is easy harassment. Burn through the consumables of the safe lane geek fam.
Lane dominance, Toby. LC Mirana, they are way stronger than Grimstroke Ricky at level 1. Grimstroke Ricky is strong when you get levels on the Inkswell, like 2 points at least. And Ricky has 2 points in range, right? But right now, they are just weaklings against this Mirana and LC.
Twos are up, man. Twos are up. Look at Raven. Instant jump forward. Like, I just want to send a message in the lane.
Oh, sometimes the intimidation factor is what wins you the lane, you know?
Yeah. Is this guy actually crazy enough to jump me? Maybe I should play just a second, like a little bit further back.
I mean, the mental part of the game actually is a huge deal, you know? If you can break your opponents mentally, it's like you actually play differently in the game.
Dyer's courier has been
Maybe you have a better matchup in the lane, but you're playing more defensive because you're affected mentally.
Burns, doesn't it?
That's the OG special, Toby, breaking you mentally.
It is. There's Arrow. It's going to connect. This is first blood. Tims finds the line
courier.
and double lead to couriers. We're taking everything right now for TNC, and that has all of the consumables for Whitemont. And he was holding
God.
back for
Burns,
it.
doesn't it?
That had a lot of it. That had Tango's salve, clarity. That hurts.
He can buy a Tango. He has go for Tango right now before he TPs. Oh, he bought a Staff.
Well, this is fun from Gabby.
Pugner's getting run down by the gyrocopter.
Yeah.
Should be
He
okay.
actually, like, if he didn't have Flak Cannon and he had Rocket Barrage, that would have been a kill. But he went for 0-1-1.
It's better in the lane against Beast to have Flag Cannon at level 1. The lanes, Toby. You need to win your lanes. The kill does not matter if you lose the lane.
Ink Ball's already been used.
Thank
Tim's
you,
low on
Data.
life. Tricks of the trade. Tim's in a little bit of trouble once again.
He's fine.
Yeah, he
fine.
is. KP was sitting right behind him, press the attack too, so Tim's was totally fine.
And how about the mid lane? How much is Lina dominating?
19-5 versus 14-3, but I'm still got a little bit of a creep wave to farm.
I mean, the thing about Lina being as a core is like he's
Don't burn your
very, very easy to kill, even though like how much lead you have from a laning phase, you know. You can lose the game easily with a mid Lina. It's quite difficult to close out with it. And top lane, Gyro,
Wow,
and
yeah.
fight.
Yeah, they can actually kill off Zephyr. Just flat cutting through both the farm as well as the heroes. Cuckoo.
Wow, he actually gone for 2 points in the flag. No rocket barrage for you, Toby.
No? If you're
Wait, is
right,
that even
Winter,
good?
you're right.
No, is it even good to get
good?
in the lane 2 points?
Hey, you're the one begging the question at the start.
I mean, just one extra hit.
Yes, 3 attacks better than 2. That's all you really gain from it.
50% upgrade, so that's value, right? A value second point.
Is it?
Do you actually need the extra 1 hit? I guess it helps.
Yeah.
you kill
How
it.
much?
You don't really
How many
kill the
attacks does it
boar.
take to kill off a boar?
Probably like 5 or 6. How much health?
That doesn't seem like value. 5 in a bounty room, grabbed by the IO.
Maybe not 5, Toby. Maybe it's 4 or 5. I mean 3 or 4 to 5, depending on the damage.
Hey, if it's 3, then it makes a lot of sense. Then there's value in what's happening. 3 or 4 is a big difference here now.
Okay, let's count now.
It's way from to come in with a full health ball.
So
Or third
catapult
flag
wave.
cannon on.
Catapult wave right now. So let's see if the Dragon Knight can pressure.
Flag
them.
cannon, 1, and it took 70 HP off a ball off 1 flag cannon hit.
So
Now,
that's like 8.
Io almost killing off the Pugna, but Pugna will go over the opposite way as Io TP's all the way home, which means March will have a long walk back out.
1 lane. Grimstroke. Run away, my friend.
Yeah, he did.
So looking at the CS right now, Dyer is doing well in all 3 lanes. Actually, it's overall quite even, except for the Lina being slightly
lane.
ahead. But you,
Decrepify Blast. This is DK getting Lion
Laguna?
Striker raid up.
That-
Laguna Blade is available. Is the damage going to be enough? No, it's not.
Oh,
And
no,
now
he
he
didn't-
actually gets some infused raindrops arrive in the arrow. Oh, he's there to turn it around. Tim's hits
Didn't
the
he-
arrow on Carl, and he is not a happy chappy.
didn't he have enough range during the decrab? I think he should have just Laguna during the decrab to just insta-gib.
Tim's isn't done just yet. If he can connect on this arrow, then Pug not. No, that's an easy side dodge. Tim's has 1 more leap available. Oh, wait. Just scratch that easy.
Radiant's middle tower.
Be easy when you're Shamble of Bones, you know, you have 330 base move speed. Easy. So Beastmaster is about to pop level 6, so we could see like a rotation here with the Raw. Well, let's see who can move. Lina could be the one to move when she has Laguna, but she does not have a TP, so maybe Grimstroke. Grimstroke has TP, so they could think about that. Or even the Riki. Riki has level 6 soon. I think it's good for the Riki to just get level 6, get out of bot. You don't really want to lane bot when LCS duel. He needs to go top and kill the enemy Gyro there with the Raw and try to pressure the tower.
This will be one of the first times I've not seen Pugna actually level up Nether Ward. He'll get rid of an Observer and a Sentry with this move, which is nice.
Maybe that's why the Gyro didn't go for the Rocket Barrage.
Worry about
He was
Nether
worried-
Ward. Legion
yeah, he was
Commander
worried
is
about
gone.
the Nether Ward.
There's your jump in Inkswell. There was no way for KP to break free of this, and there's no support to help him out. Huge creep wave on bottom, and Tim's just wants to try and soak it up. He's got to drag the aggro off the tower.
He needs to arrow the catapult.
He's looking for the line, but then a leap down, silenced up. Raven jumps forward, and he did look to kill off the catapult. Another leap forward. He cannot get away in time, and Raven able to chalk up another one.
Yeah, very big sequence of events here. Like I said, when the Grimshock and Ricky gets their levels, that's when they are gonna start to be powerful, and the LC needs to respect that. You know, like Dragon Knight. Wow, he's running at 2 heroes.
Yeah, he's trying to stop Carl from getting the arcane room, but Dragontail stun just couldn't close the distance in time.
His infused raindrop is so much value in this matchup.
They're looking to roar attack. Gabby to Decrepify. Oh wait, did he get blocked up by his own Sata, so he wasn't in range of the roar when the Decrepify happened? Even then, you still have to get through the heal of March, who preemptively burned to the south.
He had no boots anyway. I'm not very sure if he could have caught up.
The Axis start to arrive from the primal roar.
I feel like I'm seeing again the same issue right now with what's happening here. Like GeekFam has this side, the Beastmaster is hitting to a point where he can actually kill the enemy hero, but the other heroes are not rotating to his lane to use the raw. Like he's been level 6 since a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And there has been no rotations to try to abuse the raw, and the gyro was farming in the lane the last minute. It's the same pattern, Toby. Same pattern.
And now the 10-minute outpost is going to be contested around. Gabby doing his own farming in the jungle underneath the Radiant Obs. But if you're going to take the outpost, can you actually hold this to the 10-minute mark? He's looking for his own target. Inkswell, Legion Command, trying to get the distance now. Dragon Knight on his way in. Raven doesn't like this. In fact, he jumps over to Tim's, who gets the body block. They had the sentry ward down. That's why they saw him. And man, that arrow took a while to throw. Couldn't get it out in time, and Raven can jump away.
Outpost is the price, though. If they can just defend.
It's a 1-1 trade.
So Ricky is starting to move right now. He's trying to steal the bounty rune. He has even Ops and Sentry. Nice arrow. Nice arrow. Very nice.
He's on the edge of the sentry, so he couldn't actually attack.
So Ricky is starting to move. Grimstroke is teleporting away because he knows the LC is looking for him. So no one is going to play the dead lane because the tower is slow. Dragon Knight pop his form. Does he have TP? Yeah, he can still use his TP to come mid lane to fight. So this is going to be a good Dragon farm. Well used Dragon farm. Daya should defend the mid tower right now.
Jaro does look set up. In fact, I think Gabby was looking to move a little bit further south. Look for your target.
They got the catapult, Toby. There goes your push.
It does. They'll fortify up and buy a little bit of time trying to kill off the Nether Ward. The Decrepify will buy an extra second for the Nether Ward. In fact, yeah, they still get it in time.
Yep, so we see Raven now moving across the map. This is the area that the Radiant wants to play right now. They have to send one more hero top. They need 3 people here, I think, minimum, if they want to take a fight here. Grimshow is taking levels. Hagna's getting his level 6. But Lina is farming his heals. So it's a bit dangerous. Like if you see what's happening here, the Beastmaster is in a very dangerous spot, right? If Daya chooses to smoke across the catch and reclaim this area, it's gonna be a call dying instead of a support because you have only 2 people here.
Yeah. But I suppose Ricky is still going to pack one hell of a punch.
Link. Smoke.
You want to have a go at it. Yeah, and Moonlight Shadow too. They want to really kill off this Pugna. Dragon Knight needs to walk up point blank range to hit the Dragon Tail stun into the arrow. And then one more swing of the sword will do the job. And if they can keep the catapult alive, maybe they even get some extra damage into the tier 2.
And I like the blink that Dragon Knight is going right away. It's going to allow their team to play Dota very, very easily. You set up for the arrow, you set up for the relocate, you make sure that the enemy is always pressured when they don't see you on the map. You know, if he goes for, say, a greedy item, he goes for like an armlet into, or even like a radiance.
It's time for it. Gabby, the duel does come out, call down as well. Lina trying to go to work, so Legion Commander losing life so quickly. The duel victory.
Oh, the flat cannons.
Actually there. Not enough to kill a ball. Jump forward from Ricky, right on the back of March, to try and drain out the IO too, but he's still got 10 stick charges up their sleeve as they look to take down the tier 1 tower. Flat cannon down the creep wave as well as the camp. Now this is efficiency from Gabby. He killed a hawk with it. That mid tower denial.
Oh,
It's
deny.
there from March. He got it, but maybe now Dragon Knight's in trouble.
Relocate.
Way too far
Relocate.
forward. Io trying to get him out in time, able to do
Nice.
so.
Very nice.
Beautiful save, and GeekFam, they wanted a core as well as the tier 1 tower, and they'll get neither.
So at least they were making the right place, you know. You saw what happened there. They lost the partner at bot lane, and immediately they went
Forward.
on. They went.
Blink Dagger reveal from Marmel. It's the perfect son of the Pugner. Nether ward down, but that gets instantly evaporated. They just cut
Can they
through the trees on
hold
the side.
tower
Nowhere to hide.
here? They can't. There's no way they can hold.
No, they can't.
And this is bad. This is bad for them. The tower got denied and they lost their mid tier 1. That's a big turn of events here for Dire. So well done to TNC with the last engage.
And they want more. TNC's going for the tier 2 tower on bottom. You still got half of the dragon form left.
Yep, and the beauty about having IO Gyro is they can just farm everything. You know, it's really efficient of how you can move around the map because you have the relocate and you have the move speed from the tether. So you get to play really, really greedy. And bot lane.
Goes up. Armel getting stunned. KP's going to try and break him free with press the attack. It's a jump forward from Raven. It's going to give him
Nice,
a double stop on the back of the
stun.
Inkswell. KP and Tim's. The Moonlight Shadow comes out to cover their own obs and sentry as KP still keeps his run going and he's away to safety.
Where's the detection? They don't have dust on anybody. They actually do not have even one dust.
They had a sentry which they planted on the hill, but now you hear in the ping.
There's no way sentries are enough against the Moonlight Shadow.
I'm not disagreeing, but that's what they brought.
Next fight, Toby. It's okay. Next fight.
next time, Batman. Next time. Oh, that's Gadget. Hang on.
Smoke for bounty runes.
Armel is making himself a pretty big target. And the wrap around Tim's will break the smoke. They don't have extra information there, so yeah, in the trees. Raven, they're both grouped up. It's a leap up. Marana goes it up, and Armel wants to TP away, but the army is with him. Cuts the trees, nowhere to juke. And the TP out that will not work. They will commit the roar, but Tim's is allowed to escape thanks to the fact they prioritized the kill and
optimistic TP.
Maybe he's just like, oh, I'll make him burn his roar. 90 seconds cooldown.
Yeah, sure.
Space now created. It's buying more and more time for the farm up. Jarakop has almost finished up his Aghanim Scepter. Picking up a growth bow as well, even nicer.
So
Oh,
right
Korea.
now,
Gabby.
did he buy his
No.
buy his
There was nothing on the courier.
So
He was just looking for the point booster. That's it. The last bit. So at least he's saved from that. He'll farm up one camp and have the money to finish it.
Radiant has to be careful right now. They're in dire territory, and I don't really feel like they are that strong right now without the Raw, so they have to back off. This is Dire's home turf. Gyro has his Aghanims, so they have relocate, they have Aghanims. They should be looking to fight right now. Dragon Form with the dagger
He
initiation.
also managed to pick up Vampire Fangs, which is quite nice. So we actually dropped the Growth Bow to get that.
Yeah, this is actually way better.
Armel, you'll stop. Relocate's on the way. Carl just wants to run. They needed that stun to connect from Armel, but the only way to do that is to blind blink. They wouldn't have caught it any other way.
They have to be a little bit more conservative right now without relocate. I feel like LC is going blade meal. I guess since the Dragon Knight already has dagger, you don't really want to have too many daggers on your team.
Yeah.
I guess the blade. I was thinking actually going for pipe meal instead of blade meal, because you look at the radiant magic damage, Grimstroke, Lina, and the partner. A pipe would be fantastic.
But isn't KP meant to be that distraction on the front lines anyway? Like
Tank,
blink
he's the
in,
tank.
blade mill. He's the tank? I thought DK is the tank and Gyrocopter. Oh, the smoke instantly breaks. Dragon Tail stun. They're going to try and kill up the Grimstroke. The arrow able to connect perfectly, but they buy a little bit of extra time. So Soulbind Silence is able
double
to come
zap.
out. War as well. The double from Cuckoo. Lacuna Blade also. Have they got enough to kill off March? Yes, they do. They get through the Io while Lina dueled up in the back lines. Armel as well as KP trying to kill off Carl. They'll have enough with one more attack. Invis, they have
Look, he has dust on the core,
Toby. That's
Buy your
utility.
dust.
And now a blink forward underneath the sentry ward. They're able to get the initial stun over on Raven, but Zephyr sucking the life out of Armel, homing missile, easily dodged, and a quick TP out.
Lesson to
Flawless
learn
have
on the
retreated.
GeekFam course. Buy your own dust. Look at
Hey,
the Dragonite.
they had dust on March as well. It's not like he's having to replace things that his supports
I mean,
don't
you
have.
think I'm making it a joke, but haven't you heard before? Like, if your core buys dust, it could win you the fights and win you the game. You know, it's actually very important, not just to rely on the supports to have detection.
Without it, they wouldn't have killed Alina.
Yeah, those greedy cores, you know, you see all the time. Why no dust? Why can't you buy your own freaking dust? You have an item slot.
Would you like the build up from Gabby? Relocate?
You know,
Cleaning
you
up
know
the
what's
top
the,
lane.
you know, Toby, what's the counter argument? Wards are free now. You have more gold to buy dust on the support.
Yeah.
That's the argument. Can you believe it?
No. KP, trouble. Inkswell coming forward, and they get the smoke screen, so KP cannot taunt his way out of that one. Dead for half a minute. And Roshan becomes potential now for GeekFam. Ravens, yeah, they're moving very, very quickly over.
Oh yes, no buyback.
Relocate's also on cooldown. March used it to help the Gyrocopter clean up the top lane. They're trying to get him towards his BKB as quick as they possibly can.
I think they need to split it up right now.
All right,
They're
Tim.
trying to fight. They're trying to fight.
Dire scanning. They're having a look. They know. They 100%. Everybody knows. But the Beastmaster Hawk also sees Armel. Roshan very low on life. Armel's going to come in with the arrows and leap forward. Killed by the Radiant. Raven does have the Aegis to the Immortal. DK's down so quickly with the smoke screen. There was no way for Tim to get himself out of the pit. The call down damage is good, but you haven't got any real follow-up. Not when you get the double stun. March included in this one. So Io is dropped. Gyro is dropped. The buyback coming in from Mirana will give an extra stun for Cuckoo. Low on life. The Starfall finds the kill. And DK, he's trying to tank the entire lineup of GeekFam, but that will not work. If you brought dust and detection, maybe you would have got the dieback over on Mirana, but that won't happen either. A quick arrow to cancel the steal of the outpost, but there's 3 heroes there. They'll get it. So both outposts at the 20-minute mark and the Roshan fight, and Aegis is kept on Ricky Maru. This is good for GeekFam.
That's a very questionable play. Like I think there was actually no way they could have taken that fight. No way. There are 4 heroes. Gyro had 2k gold in the bank. Why would he want to take a fight? He definitely doesn't want to take a fight. And if you ask yourself, like, is the Aegis really important to fight right now? I don't think so. Getting your items and scaling is more important for Dire. Now the game has gone out of the window for Dire right now. Like, GeekFam has total control in the game.
Yep. Easy solo kill on Tim's. Even got the courier, which was coming over. Now they look over towards the Legion Commander. Another smoke screen diffuser plate. It's really difficult just to walk away from this. And if there's an Inkswell, it's a guaranteed kill every time you get your jump. But I see a double damage Lina itching for a pickoff on March.
Double
Take
zap.
whatever, he'll take whatever he can
I want
get.
a double zap. I want to see the double zap with Aghanims, Toby. Refresher double zap.
He tried it in that last fight. Well, not the last fight. The fight that happened in the Radiant Jungle.
Yeah, that's
yeah. There goes mid tier 2.
I mean, you saw the power of it. They even had the double raw into the double zap.
That tier 3 tower. That catapult alive. Well, you got DK's trying to finish his BKB up on top. Even burning dragon form.
Yeah,
help
they
him
were
get
supposed to try to finish the BKB in the last engage instead of trying to fight the Roche. They needed to give it up and just farm their BKBs. They are not hitting their timings and they are choosing to fight. You need to learn when.
GeekFam back in the driver's seat, but can they really capitalize on the advantage they've got? We saw issues with them doing that in game 1. Like, how do they make sure that they don't give TNC a way back into controlling this game?
They have to make sure they take good fights, you know. Never try to run up low ground to high ground. You only run up with good reasons, you know, like you get a DD. But otherwise, you always try to respect your opponents. Don't try to make rash decisions just because, oh, I have Aegis, I am in control. You need to give them the respect they deserve. You know, Gyro Io has a lot of damage that they can output in the fights.
Yeah, especially if you can get closer and actually even complete that rapier.
I really don't like the Blade Mail so much. I mean, I can see why he's going Blade Mail here. Like, there's a lot of potential doing damage against the Laguna, the Life Drain, even the Grimstroke, the Inkswell, and the Stroke of Fate. Like, I can see that, but I just feel like if you get a pipe, it helps the IO. Because if you can keep the IO alive in the fights, it means the gyro is going to be alive, more or less.
Radiant's top tower.
All right, Gabby. I don't know if you have enough damage in 2 seconds to finish the tier 1 tower, but that's some decent chip.
Yeah, they're not using They're not using relocate anyway, so why not?
Yeah, they're using relocate just to farm. That's all. KP and DK go into their jungle and defend. Any kind of place that you know GeekFam's not going to go, because there's only one last... Okay, I suppose you do have the tier 2 tower up on top, but if you've pushed it out with the gyrocopter, you're okay. Your jungle is safe. But this bottom lane is going to be pressured. You still have the Aegis. You still have the Aegis Immortal for another 50 seconds.
Double B
Watch that timer.
Okay, they have double BKB and timer.
Moonlight
But they
Shadow.
don't. They need to go. Yeah, they need to go around, like maybe here from the secret shop or this ramp.
Oh, the dire sentry. Raven's gonna walk a little closer for them to see it, but they're going all the way down. There's a
Yeah,
courier.
this
That's
is-
all they could find. Lena
This
is
is
nearby.
what GeekFam should have done the last time when they smoke around. TNC has the high. They are on the high ground now, so they have the advantage.
Yep. They see Pugna. Homing missile out over on him, but Grimstroke turns around, gets the double soul
Double
line
roar.
silence. DK able to get the initial stun, but then the roar. It's already up, but March is already dead. He'll buy back and get back as quick as he possibly can. As Gyrocopter, call down Black Cannon. We'll see just how much damage he's got. Pugna protected by the Trepify, but that means the homing missile can kill him off. And then they can move to the secondary support. Grimstroke, Rocket Barrage down by Gabby, and they go to Cuckoo now with the homing missile chasing him. Raven's wondering, who the hell do I try and fight? We've just killed off the Mirana. The rest of TNC bought back.
Yep,
Keep
and it
their
just
fire
expired.
running. They bought back
But,
only on the IO out of this.
Didn't Mirana? Oh no. Okay, just the IO.
They
But they're
fought the
still-
second the Aegis expired. It was...
Yeah, but the thing that you want to take away from that is you watch how they made made a circle around. They didn't go for the quickest route to get to the high ground. They did it safely. They took the long way around, and they got what they needed to get. They were able to get on top of the high ground and make the playing field even, because they are both on the high ground instead of trying to run from low ground to high ground at the ramp. Take the faster route in the early ramps. So bounty runes. So Dire is probably going to get 2 at least here.
Gabby's gonna be so happy he got the BKB off at the start of that fight too.
Very, very important item. They are all mostly magic damage.
And he's gonna wreck him up. Like, you've got Rapier approaching quickly. We're also gonna get our next wave of items. A Titan's Liver.
I think the Lina needs to get Aghanim's though. I don't really feel so good that he's trying to get BKB, because I feel like if they drop the soul bind and they don't kill the hero, they're done. They're gonna lose the fight. BKB and they lose the fight. So he needs to be able to kill them through the BKB. And if he gets a BKB on the Lina, what does it help you do? You really think that you can stand in the fights and just right click the gyro and Dragonite?
No, he's gonna physically damage the crap out of you. And there she gave the Titan's Liver to the Gyrocopter. So now he's got plus 16% on his base attack damage.
Ooh, that's a big
And his
item.
resistance.
Very, very big item on gyro.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But does he actually need the rapier here so weak? Does he need it? Is it in like a necessity? I'm not very sure.
I think it's pretty important. If you get a small stun duration on the Ricky, the Rapier's going to allow you to get the kill before the Rapier can jump away. But it still then requires you to get that quick pop. Like the Pugna went down to like 20, like 200 HP before he got the Trepify on himself. Next time you hit him twice and he dies.
Scanning.
Because I feel like
Dragon Knight prioritized him too.
I feel like as long as he survives the fight, he can draw out the fight. He's gonna have enough damage anyway. But Lina,
Okay. They have a gem. They have the gem on Armel. You thought you're under protection. Now KP gets his first duel victory of the game.
What,
Took
really?
26 to 27 minutes.
Dire's middle tower is
Gyrocopter. They're bringing a lot of TPs. Homing missiles going towards the Grimstroke. This is going to be so huge because Lina doesn't have buyback for the moment. He bought the Mithril Hammer trying to get towards the BKB. So now TNC feeling like they can actually get a little more aggressive.
yeah, this is their time right now. This is their time. They are way stronger right now with the double BKBs, and because GeekFam has no way of like doing enough damage through the BKBs until Ricky has more items. He's building a Battle Fury now. Not sure if that's gonna help a lot, but I guess he's trying to prolong the game right now. He feels like he's not strong enough. I think he's right, he's not strong enough anymore, so he needs to try to scale harder.
Yeah. I know, this gyrocopter looks pretty scaled. They actually gave him the paladin sword now. So the
that's actually even better.
it got given over, the Titan got given over to the Dragon Knight. So
this is actually
he'll
better.
tank through more too. Now Roshan's available. If you can get the Aegis Immortal into Gabby, this feels like almost an insurmountable task for GeekFam to get through the gyrocopter.
Yeah, if Gyro gets Aegis, it's game over. GeekFam will just lose the game. They need to throw everything they have. How many buybacks do they have right now?
They don't have any
GeekFam.
apart from actually. Yeah, what do they got? They've got two, Pugner as well as Grimstroke. I think the
they
biggest
have to
buyback that's on
try-
cooldown is actually Io. Like March can't afford to die like he did last time, and then just buy back and rejoin the fight.
They have to try on the supports of GeekFam to try to waste the BKB duration. Maybe they can try to run in bait some spells, force the BKB, and then use buybacks.
Rapier is here.
He locked his rapier.
He did. Why? Like, what's the advantage to this?
You only assemble it if you need it, so you don't lose it in case you die.
Good point. Because you still take like, well, you still got the 102 damage from the two items.
30% value.
Yeah, it's like but compared to the 330 you're meant to have from it, and the true, like,
Are scanning.
I guess if you're kind of up your creek, like you don't want to have a rapier fully assembled.
So KP has blink right now, so he can do more in the fights. You wanna get the a partner. That's your first target. Partner, the Grimstroke, those are the back lines that you want to get to.
He's finished it. He was waiting for the Morbid Mask.
Oh, Roshan, they're trying to do Rosh right away.
And they are.
I think Diane knows. Do they have scan? Oh no, they don't have scan. Can they just get vision with the arrow?
I think so. They need it right now. Right there. Oh no, they're gone. Roshan's
that's
already
okay.
been taken. The arrow flies very much astray.
DD.
Jesus into the hands of Ricky, and they find a
What?
target.
He's
But
so
the duel,
greedy.
the duel,
He's so
it's over
greedy.
on Lena. He didn't get away from this one, and now the Crepify will buy a little bit of time, but the Aegis Immortal is already broken. They're holding
Okay.
the Black Cannon damage. They're ready for this one, and now Gabby BKB the Raw. He'll cancel off this damage, and maybe there's enough heal from March, but Raven the damage. He's actually life stealing through all of this. 3 heroes down for GeekFam. Oh, they thought they had a fight, but you thought wrong.
How could he just go and pick up the rune? How? Why would he do that? That guy's
Questionable at
insane.
best.
That guy's insane.
Oh, well, this is going to be a push down mid. They were so close to killing Gabby. They were so close to killing Gabby. They just go for a straight GG push. This is the way the GeekFam lose their lower bracket run. 1 rune to kill them all and 1 rune to find their fate to stay in the lower bracket. And to give TNC their rematch against Fnatic. GG is called. TNC have done it. And GeekFam around Roshan, that's going to be the nightmare that will haunt their dreams.
Oh, he's always very rash player, calm. Ever since from Dota 1 days, you get to cast a bunch of his games in Dota 1. He's always like that very flashy guy, like he does a lot of risky moves. And it showed that, he was making a play that he didn't even need to do. There was no reason for him to run up to the enemy. Like there was like 3 heroes there, he could see them. And so what if you have Aegis? So what? You have Aegis. You die there, you're gonna die again.
That's exactly what happened. You can see the rest of GeekFam, like they had to come and join the fight. They had no other choice.
Everyone was running away. They were backing off. They were like thinking, oh great, we stole Roshan, right? We got this, we still have a chance in this game. And then after you pick up the Aegis, your carry runs up, or your mid player runs up to do that. That's like a very tilting thing for the whole team,
He was your big core as well. Like he was the only one who would actually cracked over level 20.
I mean,
he's the only one who had the damage output.
This is also why I said if he gets a BKB, it doesn't really help him too much. Even if he pops up a BKB in the fight, he cannot fight the Gyro, IO, and the Dragon Knight. There's no way he can stand and fight. That's why I was pushing for the Aghanims more.
Well, that's a very depressing way that ends. That's a very, very depressing way that ends. But on the bright side now, we get ourselves a rematch. TNC will get to go up against Fnatic in that grand final. I think we have a little bit of downtime before it's going to begin. I think it's about 30 minutes, in fact, that we have before that game's going to begin. So you got a little bit of chill time before that point. Just after watching this from TNC, do you feel like TNC are looking better today than they looked yesterday when they played against Fnatic? Or were they not really tested enough from GeekFam for us to make a call?
Not really. I think if they play the same way they're playing right now, they're just going to get run over by Fnatic. Unless Fnatic tries to draft some weird hero again. You know they've been trying in some of their games with techies.
Hey, that was one game when it was 100% win rate, man. You know, techies actually has 100% win rate across the VP and the Fnatic games. Of course, hey, look at the numbers, man. Look at the numbers. For VP and Fnatic games, techies has 100% win rate in the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, Nahas was right. Toby's right. The stats don't lie.
The stats don't lie. Maybe we get ourselves a techies game. I will say, though, that I don't think Fnatic totally play around the techies as well as Virtus Pro do. But, hey, we'll see what Fnatic come out with. You know there's always a little bit of clown when Ice is in the team. But it's a full best-of-5 grand final, so at least we're guaranteed 3 games of diversity from TNC and Fnatic. That's what's coming up, so stay tuned. We'll be back in 30 minutes for that.
Loot Bet. Made for live betting.